guys? Hope you guys are doing well. So I'm in the pack house and as you can see there's a big table of chilies behind me. These are our jalapenos. So these are our jalapeno. The cultivar is jalapeno early, which I have to say is probably one of the best producers of jalapeno I've seen. They produce very early and they produce nice fruit. You can see this is some of the nice big sizes that we're getting. They're all pretty decent size. You can get some cultivars that do really massive fruit. I think this is probably in the middle, but you can get some really beautiful big ones. And over here we have our Serrano. This is our Serrano cultivar. As well, we're getting some very nice big sizes. I think we've definitely found the kind of fruit that really works best in this area. And we're getting some really nice big sized fruit. I'm just finishing washing these chilies from the field. So yeah, today guys, we are busy harvesting and we are harvesting for the market. Now, when I last did speak to you, I told you that we were trying to send the Cape gooseberries to the market pretty much first of all. But really we've had a lot of staff shortages. I mean, severe staff shortages. Some days one guy, some days two guys, some days three guys. We really wanted about 6 to 8 people to be working for the amount of produce that we knew we were going to be planting, and that we knew, this is a beautiful big size, look at this. So yeah, literally guys, we have had such real staff shortages that we literally, like, I'm working. So yeah, I've been basically doing this pretty much by myself. The harvest, the washing and the packing of the produce, and obviously the selling, because I've just been that understaffed. It's been really, really bad. It's been probably one of the most unexpected problems that we faced this season, which is staffing. And it's funny because I talk to other business owners and they say one of their biggest problems is staffing. But as I said, we're a new business. We've had a lot of people, I guess we've been very lucky in a sense that we've had a lot of people that would just come by the farm and want to work and with this season. And perhaps it's also because summer, people don't really like to work in the hot sun. That, yeah, we've just had major staffing problems, really major. But we're pushing on. And basically what we've decided is that we will take, you know, me and the other 2 guys that I've got here would take way too long in prepping the Cape gooseberries in order to be able to send them in a viable state to the market. You know, I need at least 5 other people to get the speed of which to actually dehusk the cherries in order to get them, you know, in a cool environment all at once. You know, I've had these cherries in there for a week and we're still working through them. But the good thing is that when they're husked, they do stay. So the good thing is that when they're husked, they stay good for at least a month. You know, I've seen them stay good for a while. Unfortunately, unless they're laid out flat, they will mold. So it's kind of like if they're on top of each other in a closed environment, then they will start to mold. But if they've got a lot of air, then they'll just ripen and they'll still be good to eat. So you have to excuse me sweating. It is already about 36 degrees and it's 9 o'clock. So yeah, it's if you're heat shy, I wouldn't come to Richie at all, because yeah, this is the desert and it really feels like the desert today. The next couple of days are going to be terrible for heat. It's literally already 36 degrees. I'm sweating mad and it's 9 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, there's no rest for the wicked out here. So yeah, basically what we've decided is that with the Cape gooseberries, we're going to slowly dehusk them, wash them and everything and prep them, and then we're just going to make our jam out of them. Maybe I'll have time, because I'll leave in about 10 days, so maybe I'll have time to do a little video where showing you how I make the gooseberry jam. But yeah, so we've got about 40 kilos of gooseberries there. We've probably worked our way through about half of it. We've still got half to go. I'm kind of assuming that a lot of it will be lost because they'll dry out in there, they'll mold. And yeah, it's just a real shame that I haven't had the staff, guys. It's a real shame that I have not had the staff to be able to process what I need to process, to be able to process in a fast way. That means that I can get, you know, 40 to 70 kilos of fresh produce out the door all at once, and in a good state when it gets to the market to be sold. So that is basically, unfortunately, my mum's taking over, and I'm leaving her in that situation where there's lack of staff, and we're at peak harvest time. This all is about 17 kilos, which is actually a smaller harvest than we did last week. We did about 29 kilos of jalapeno. But what we've basically decided is that since what we can do is like thinking about what we can do instead of what we can't do, what we can do is like send the chilies. So the chilies we can turn over in 48 hours or less, and we could probably do about 100 kilos. And I can do about 50 myself, which I've done. It takes all day, but you know, someone's got to do it. So yeah, you know, and in fact, if we want to send about 100 kilo pallet to the market, then I think we should be able to do that. So we're starting off with a kind of soft start because we're sending these jalapenos. We're also going to be, obviously, we've got the serranos, and we're going to be doing green as well, green jalapeno and green serrano. Or maybe we might just do green serrano. Because we're just doing a small test run at the local Kimberley market, and then when everything is properly in bloom and we've finished weeding, because weeding is a huge issue as well because they've had a lot of rain, which is good, but the weeds make our life a living hell, to be honest. Sorry, I am sweating. Wow. So yeah, guys, what I'll do is I'll just give you a little show today of us harvesting and packing for the Kimberley market, and I'll also show you the Kimberley market, which I'm not sure that I did show you before. So I'll show you delivering. So this is our first small, big, medium delivery, which should probably be about, I'm going to guess about 40 to 50 kilos. I'm going to say about 40 to 50 kilos we're going to be able to send to Kimberley today. With the jalapeno, they're actually a lot bigger chilies, so it was taking a lot of, as you can see, I was struggling a bit to get them to fit into this sack, which is a proper 2 kilo sack. This is how you hold it. So yeah, you can see they're it's very packed, but people who buy these kind of sacks, they like them to be very packed out and stacked, so they know that they're getting their money's worth, and they know that obviously, because on the market you don't really have a scale, so if you know the size of bag and you see that it's packed out, you can kind of guess that you're getting the right amount. So that's why they do like them to be packed out, so that it just proves that it is the case that it's 2 kilos. But we like to do things properly here, so we like to make sure that our bags are 2 kilos, so we weigh them. So we make sure we weigh them ourselves to make sure that they are 2 kilos. So I'm going to get on with the rest of these chilies now, and hopefully I'm going to end up with about 40 bags. We're basically going to be trying the jalapenos. Jalapenos aren't so, red jalapenos anyway, aren't so common in the area. So it's going to be a bit of a trial to see whether people like it. People do like to buy the green jalapenos. A lot of restaurants do use them. So maybe we can introduce some red jalapenos. We've got 17 kilos here. Unfortunately, the person who buys them regularly from us couldn't make it this week, so we have surplus and we'd like to obviously still move them. So yeah, we're sending them to market, guys. So yeah, guys, I'm going to get on with the rest of these chillers. I'll show you the whole process, and then I'll show you how much we finally do actually get to harvest.